Okay, well, here with part two, part one's out on the channel. If you missed already, we covered three teams over there: Chennai, Delhi, and Gujarat. So today we're covering four teams, again in alphabetical order. So we have KKR, Lucknow, Punjab, and Mumbai. So, sorry, KKR, Lucknow, Mumbai, and Punjab to be specific. So let's just get straight into it because we have less time today. So first, we can talk about is KKR over here. Uh, they had a lot of money. They had a lot of money. I'm not sure if it was the best of auctions, to be honest. They did retain a good chunk of their playing 11 from last time, but they also released a lot of key players. So this is again a confusing situation because the combination is kind of screwed up, and also which four foreigners are they going to play? Honestly, I have no clue. So we were thinking they're going to start off with who do you think? Sunil Narayan and Finn Allen. I think that's the plan to get that explosive start in the power play. Finn Allen's been actually in pretty good form recently. So I think it was a good pick for them as well. I think the only other team who could have tried getting Finn Allen was maybe Mumbai, I guess, because they needed that wicket keeper. But yeah, that's that. But you have Finn Allen, you have Sunil Narayan, then you have Ajinkya Rahane. I think Ajinkya Rahane would be the best pick.
Yeah,
And then you have Ankush
and
Raghuvanshi.
after Ajinkya, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Then you have Cameron Green. Then you have six is going to be actually six is the issue over here right now. They have Manish Pandey. They have Rahul Tripathi. They have what is this called? Raman Paul. Raman Paul you can't play because you don't have that because of the other foreign slots which are most likely going to be taken up. Because you've taken your top five already has three of the foreign slots taken, and you're going to have to use the foreign bowler later on. So you can't play Raman over there. Ramandeep and Rinku have to only fill in those slots. So 6, 7, Ramandeep and Rinku according to one formula. 8, let's suppose you get in Anukul Roy. Okay? 9, 10, 11, 12. Now bowlers you have Vaibhav Arora, Harshit Rana, then Chakravarti, and then let's say Patirana. So that's one of the formula you can use. The other formula you can use is bring Rinku and Ramandeep at 7 and 8. And number 6, you have to play a player like Manish Pandey or Tripathi. And again, it's the same bowling lineup Vaibhav, Harshit, Chakravarti, and Patirana. Looking at this
I
formation,
actually Srihan, I think what might work better for KKR is even if they want to strengthen that middle order is Sunil Narayan opens with the likes of Rahul Tripathi. This is just a theory I'm putting forward. He opens with Rahul Tripathi. You drop Finn Allen, but the and maybe bring a Tim Seifert in the middle order. But yeah, see that again gives that vulnerability in the middle order. This is just a theory in case, but these are all just theories. The number of foreigners that KKR has in the squad, and it is not that these all impact players. I mean, you have the likes of Cameron Green, there's Finn Allen, then the bowlers you have Patiran and Mustafizur Rahman. Then you have Rachin Ravindra, Raman Powell, Sunil Narayan, and Tim Seifert. To pick four foreigners of this and make sure you balance your 11, KKR is going to really struggle with because there will be one vulnerability in the batting
yeah,
lineup which will be very evident, and they can be run over as a team in any game taken apart. Seeing the other teams, this is a really big issue for them. I mean, we've seen RR struggle with this issue over the years. If I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. There was a time when they had Steve Smith and the Ben Stokes and Josh Butler, and then there were quite a few foreigners
Archer. They used
which
to have
they had to
Archer. They
decide.
used to have Glenn
Yeah,
Phillips.
Archer. There was too much to decide from, and then that really caused problems when you have a lot of big names as your foreigners and you don't know where to fit them in. That really becomes an issue. That is one problem that this KKR side faces. And I think, yes, with Patirana, they did bring a Deto specialist in them. Varan Chakravarti obviously been number one T20 bowler and has been a key bowler for KKR for long. Him and Sunil Narayan, that mystery spin pair has been really efficient for KKR. But last season they weren't that effective. Then maybe my one bad season we've seen Varun Chakravarti actually pick up form in the recent series that and the Asia Cup we've seen. He's come back to his best. Um, that's it. And the top order, I mean, Sunil Narayan and Finn Allen. It's like that pair of Sunil Narayan and Chris Lynn. If it's a very big hit or miss. I mean, both batsmen go for their shots. It is not. There's no one stay. One person will be holding the wicket in that end. So if it works, it works, and then the next three batsmen, Ajinkya Rahane, Ankush, and Cameron Green. uh, Ajinkya Rane and Ankush Raghuvanshi are the type of players that will play at probably a 130 or a 140 strike rate. Yes, Ajinkya Rane has been known to go to the 170 strike rates, but I'm not really convinced with this lineup and this squad. There's a lot of loopholes that can be exploited. Um, it's, it's looking very dicey for me, this team, KKR. They won the IPL in 2024. After that, they've just looked out of place, according to me at least.
Yeah, that's definitely. I think that is one of my concerns as well. This team, I'm thinking right now they'll finish seventh or eighth. I think they will be lowing low. I think how I mentioned Chennai. I think this team is just a bit better than Chennai just due to the fact that their bowling is pretty good and their top order is pretty solid. But it's that's another issue always. You never know how Cameron Green is going to perform. You can always imagine him to flop as well. You have to depend on Robin Powell then, or you have to depend on the likes of Rachin Ravindra. And you can obviously you can say, oh, but Tripathi and Manish Pandey will have that experience. Yes, they will have that experience, but it'll also come at the cost of the strike rates of them. They're generally
Yeah,
batsmen who play at 120, 130 strike rates. And in the modern era of IPL right now, once the past couple of seasons especially, you can't depend on those strike rates. To anchor here and there, yeah, it's fine, but in a long run, that's not going to be the
especially
establishment.
especially with the impact player rule coming in. Well, if you have a lot of players that are playing in a strike rate of 120, 130, the other team is just going to take you apart.
Exactly.
We've seen that happen a lot. I mean, the afforestation machine of CSK faced that problem
Yeah.
last time around. I mean, the our plantation trio of Deepak Huda, Vijay Shankar,
Tripathi.
and
We just mentioned him.
Tripathi.
It's fine. I think this team, seventh and eighth. What do you think?
I mean, my prediction is the same for KKR because there are a lot of places that are looking very vulnerable and concerning for this KKR side. So even I think they'll finish around seventh or eighth itself.
Yeah, I think last time also they finished seventh or eighth as well. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Lucknow and KK or someone seventh and eighth. So those two were there. It's fine. I think that's the position again this time. Let's move on to the next team, which is Lucknow.
That's Lucknow. I mean, for Lucknow, I think as we mentioned in the previous episode about GT being reliant on their top three, LSG is the same case, but as we saw last season as well. Most of their runs came from the top three, and that's something we're not going to change. Aiden Markram, Mitchell Marsh, and Nicholas Puran. That's going to be the top top three for sure. But again, the it is again after that what comes is what is the problem for LSG. Yes, we have Rishabh Pant and he's been scoring some runs in the Vijay Hazare, which is a good sign for LSG. I mean, their captain coming, they'll really want their captain to pick up form and play well for them this time around. But the middle order of LSG, that's one weak point for them. Yes, Ayush Badoni is there. Abdul Samad did play some vital cameos here and there, but their batting looks thin because after Abdul Samad, at least according to us, because Lucknow being their home ground, they would want to go with the likes of three spinners. So the lineup that we came up was the top three being Aiden Markram, Mitchell Marsh, and Nicholas Purin, and then you have Rishabh Pant followed by Ayush Badoni and Abdul Samad, and then the all-rounders being your Wanindu Hasaranga, Shahbaz Ahmed, and your bowlers being Avesh Khan, Digvesh Rati, Mayank Yadav, and Mohammad Shami. Now, again, even if you look at this bowling lineup, you have only one experienced bowler in the likes of Mohammad Shami, who's just out of injury. Yes, he might be able to pick up his performances in the recently might have, picked up his performance, but Shami in the IPL, maybe the past couple of seasons hasn't really been in his best, and Mayank Yadav is quite injury prone. I mean, we've seen it in the last couple of seasons as well that Mayank Yadav has been ruled out of injury quite a number of times. Avesh Khan, yes, on his day is superb death bowler, but he can be taken apart. Digvesh Rati, known for his aggressive celebrations. Yes, his bowling also has. He's made some notable performances, but the inexperience in this bowling, that's what makes me think, oh, will they really go through? And that's a big question. With the middle order, of when you have a middle order like Ayush Badoni and Abdul Samad, you never know if Samad will really click. And Ayush Badoni doesn't play at a strike rate of a 160 or a 170, he's more of a 130, 140 kind of player. And when you're so over reliant on your top three, I mean, GT is one level, means LSG is another level. I mean, it's a level higher. We've seen that almost 90% of the runs was coming from the top three itself, and whenever the top three never performed for LSG weren't able to put up a big score. So they'll be really relying on Rishabh Pant, is what I'm saying, to bring them that extra runs on board.
Yeah.
And the bowlers and the bowling end of it, the pacer that they'll be looking forward to is Mohammad Shami, and the spinner being one into Hasaranga. These will be the two key players for LSG. What I say for LSG is they don't make it to the playoffs. They probably finish sixth with the team they have. I
I'm
say sixth.
I'm thinking ninth. Sorry, 10th. I think just below Chennai. I was thinking Chennai is going to finish ninth and these
I
guys
think
finish 10th.
I think CSK and KKR will be lower because I don't know. It's this side looks a little better than those two. I mean, in terms of your combination and who can go
I
where.
mean, yes, I guess to a certain degree, but I don't know if many people remember. Lucknow was also a decent side first half of the season. I think they had 4 wins, 3 losses. Fine, it was like on the way to go to the playoffs. But after the first leg of the IPL, Nicholas Puran really fell off. I'm not sure if many people remember. Nicholas
Yeah,
Puran
yeah.
really had a drop in form. So it was just that opening partnership which was really carrying that team. And I feel if Nicholas Puran doesn't click this time and Pant continues his same form from last time, this team does not really have anything to go with it. And personally, this bowling, I can see it getting slapped for 200 every single match. And that did happen last season. Every team
And
190 or above. I don't
yes,
think anything else less. And another thing is, the last match against Bengaluru, they had a target of 230, Bengaluru, but they still managed to chase it down at Lucknow, which is a very big ground. Keep in mind. So I just don't think that this team has it in them. I think wait for the next mega auction next season. Also, it's not going to change much. It's not the same Lucknow which we had 3 years back in the last mega auction cycle, which went to the playoff every single time. 22, 23, no, 24 they just missed out, but 22 and 23, it's not that level of a team. Let's see what they can do. I say mostly, I'm just looking at the team right now as well. They have gotten some players. They have gotten Vanandu. Vanandu also, you can never expect what is he going to play. Who's, I mean, okay for Bengaluru. He didn't come for the matches for Hyderabad. And let's see. Maybe people have understood how to read Digvesh Rathi this time around. Because
yes, exactly my point. And I think they might have to bring in Enric Norkia as well at
yeah,
some
that
point
that
for
that
that
for sure.
experience. But when you bring in the likes of Enric Norkia, you'll be dropping the likes of a probably one into Hasaranga
Yeah,
and
and the
dropping
batting is
an
going to get weak
experienced
then.
spinner like you don't have a key spinner. Let's forget batting. The batting is anyways thin. I mean, this team, yeah. I mean, now when I think of it, I do think they might be finishing a little lower because the batting is thin. There's inexperience in the bowling as well. So now I think I kind of agree with you. Maybe that time, well, at first glance, it looked okay, but now I think it makes sense about what you're saying. They probably might finish quite low.
Exactly. Well, I honestly think this KKR side is better. I think the Chennai side is also slightly better. Because
Yeah, yeah.
its fact is that I don't see KKR or Chennai falling like dominoes, but I can see LSG. One piece falls
LSG
wrong,
falling like
just
dominoes.
will fall down. So for that reason, I'm keeping them as in 10th place. But let's see. Let's see if they can shock us. Then I think the next team we have is Mumbai. Yeah, Mumbai.
Mumbai. Yes.
It is Mumbai. Yeah, and
I mean,
what can I say?
Uh, Mumbai, according to me, I mean, the confusion for me is what did they really try to achieve in the auction? I mean, do you know the answer to that?
I mean, see,
The
uh,
trades that they have made, I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah,
one buy will probably make it to the 11.
yeah.
But the trades that they made, it doesn't make sense. Wow. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you continue.
Yeah, I was thinking when they were making those trades, I'm like, damn, they're actually trying to get the work done before the auction only. They're getting the likes of Shardul, getting Sherfield to the third. Because I was thinking of them as key players. Shardul was pretty decent for Lucknow last time, around how many chances he got. And Sherfield was pretty good for Gujarat. But now that I think of it, do they really need them? Because I personally can't fit them into the squad without making another player from Mumbai who played really well last time. What is it called? Like make it outside the team. Like, just look at this team right now. I can only think of one thing that you're gonna play Quinton, you're gonna play Rohit. That we all know. And even if Quinton doesn't play, you're gonna trust Ryan Nicholton from last time. Cool. Number three, number four, Sky Tilak, vice versa. Number five, you're gonna bring in Will Jacks. Number six,
Will Jacks.
you bring in Pandya. Number seven, you bring in Namandir. And eight, you bring in Santner. You're set until there. Nine, you have to bring in Bumrah, obviously. 10, you'll bring in Bolt to complement Bumrah. Okay. 11, you bring in the power play specialist of Deepak Chahar. Number
Deepak
12.
Chahar.
Number 12, now that's my question. You have only Sandner and Will Jacks. If you trust those two to carry on your spin, I think it's fine. Personally, I think that's fine. Because Will Jacks, I could see him getting a lot of breakthrough last season, even with his like 2 overs or so. But I think Sander has to bowl those 4 overs. Then you have to ask Bolt and Bumrah to bowl 4 overs. Then Chahal to bowl 4 overs. Then 12 plus 16 plus 2. So 18 overs right there. Then you have to probably bring in the likes of Mike Markandeya. If you are saying, oh, the
I
spin is
mean,
split to 3.
you Hardik Pandya will definitely
Exactly.
put a few overs
Hardik
in.
will also bowl. So I'm saying, who are you going to make like bowl? Then number 12, my concern is, will they bring in Mike Markandeya or Ashwini Kumar? Again, it's the
Yeah, that's
same situation that you have too many good players. I think that's another issue again. Last time as
but
well.
I think this problem is good for a side like Mumbai because it's strong in every department. It's not that it'll be hard for them to bring the right combination. That's the difference between the side like Mumbai and KKR. KKR, the problem of plenty is only in the overseas department, and they can't find the right combination when they drop one and bring in the other. But here, if you see, there's a great combination going on. The only problem of plenty is in one or two spots, and they're equally good. So that's a good problem of plenty, I can say, at least for a side like Mumbai. I mean, Mumbai is again another side that's been really successful in the IPL. They joined most number of IPL titles along with the likes of Chennai, and they really look like a formidable side. I mean, this doesn't give me any hint that they're going to step down in the IPL. Yes, probably they'll continue their legacy of losing the first two matches and then picking up form. That is there. I mean, it's not become a shock for me these days that MI start of the season with a loss and then go on to make it to the playoffs.
Make it
They've
to the
won
playoffs,
it
yeah.
a couple of times also after that. But the side for me, the real question is why did they make the trades? I mean, they had the backup options as well. I mean, yes, it's not like football. Like okay, injury you need a like for like replace. It's a 1 month tournament with 14 matches. There won't really be the need to bring in too many like for like replacements as well.
See,
I
yeah,
mean, the only like for like replacement I can see is Shardul Thakur being the like for like replacement for Hardik Pandya, and there is no because of what both bring to the table, and Sherfin Rutherford for maybe for the likes of I don't know
Will Jacks
Will
maybe.
Jacks, I guess.
And
Yeah,
Ryan Rickleton for Quinton de Kock.
Mayank Markande, I mean, like you said, if they're really going to give Will Jacks and Santner the spin department to handle, then Mayank Markande also the trade. I have a feeling Mayank Markande will play over Ashwini Kumar. Again, it depends. If it's a sprint friendly track, maybe Mayank Markande, and if it is a pace track, suited for paces like your Ahmedabad track
Yeah.
and probably a Bangalore track, then you need someone like an Ashwini Kumar.
Okay, I'll also tell one concern. People are obviously gassing this team up, saying, "Oh, they're too good, too good, too good." Guys, we've seen the same type of squad last time. They weren't that good. They didn't really do well. Same logic with like I don't want to really compare them to a Lucknow, but like some pieces don't work, especially in the likes of star players. They will really struggle. Rohit has not been in very good form in IPL for the past few years. It's just the fact that it's Rohit. You respect the player. You respect what he's done for your franchise. The for the past how many ever years he's been with Mumbai. I think 15 years almost. So for that purpose, you're going to keep him. Quinton de Kock, now he has been in good form yesterday as well. I was watching the match Sunrisers Eastern Cape versus Pal Royale. He was pretty decent. But would I expect this batting, or say, opening pair to give this much of a scare, as much even as a Salt Kohli or a Abhishek Head or a Vaibhav Suryavanshi and what is called and Jaiswal? I personally am not that concerned about it. Sky
I mean,
hasn't been
for
good.
me, yeah, for me, Aiden Markram and Mitchell Marsh look more deadlier. I mean, if you think
Exactly.
about it, what they did last season.
Exactly. So I'm saying that might. I'm just saying they are a good team. I'm not saying they aren't. They're not. I'm not saying they'll go make it like eighth or ninth, like how Lucknow or Chennai are finishing. I'm not saying all of that. I'm just saying all these players haven't been in the best form. Trent Bolt also personally, I don't remember him doing too much crazy as much like 2020 Bolt or something. Bumrah, yeah, they say Bumrah, but I don't ever see Bumrah finishing top two, top three in purple cap as always. I don't see that. Santner, he'll have those one-off games as well. But this team, I'm saying they will make it to the playoffs. I'm saying eliminated. It's just the fact that
Yeah,
I'm just seeing them for the past couple of years. 2020 was the last time they made it to the finals. 2021 they couldn't make playoffs. 22 they had an absolutely horrendous bowling lineup. They couldn't go. 23 I don't know how they made it to the playoffs honestly. 24 that entire chemistry situation with Hardik Pandya, him coming back into the side, completely understandable. Last time as well, the only reason why they went to qualifier two was I think half the reason was that Butler wasn't playing. So all of these equations, you bring it into it. This Mumbai side, can it win the trophy? Absolutely. But will it? I'm saying no. Just thinking of the past experiences. You can say, oh, past experiences. Why don't you look at the five cups? Yes, five cups. Whatever. It's been a couple of years, guys. I think it's best we move on from this Mumbai dynasty or something. They'll always be a champion level side. We have to always give them that respect. That's why I'm gonna say they're gonna finish third or fourth, and that's the respect I'm giving them.
yeah. I mean, this Mumbai side, like you mentioned, the advantage that they have is that they have experience in each department. You look at each department, and there's an experienced player who's been performing as well. I mean, yes, Surya hasn't been in the best of form in T20s in the recent times. Rohit Sharma in the IPL hasn't been really great, but the experience that they bring to the table is another level. And Tilak Varma is really popping off in the T20 side, if I can put it that way. Hardik Pandya as well has been in beast mode. And in the bowlers, yeah, Jasprit Bumrah is always a dependable bowler. He might, I mean, yes, he hasn't been in the purple cap contention and all of that, but he is a really reliable bowler. My problem is Deepak Char wasn't as great as well. I mean, last season. So, like you said, they'll probably finish third or fourth. That's the max that they'll go to, and I don't think they'll make it to the final this time around.
This,
I
yeah,
I think
I
the
think qualifier two, like just like last time and just like the past couple of years, I think qualifier two is a pretty good spot. And this is no disrespect, this is no like unbiased version. I was just actually when I was done with the auction and when I first looked at the team, I was like, yeah, these guys are coming for that sixth title confirmed this time. But now again, when you look at it, I'm concerned. I have my concerns. I'm just saying because it happened before, it
I
can
mean,
happen
yeah.
again.
When you look at the squads over here, at first glance, suddenly some teams just look like, oh, they're strong. But when you really go through and you analyze and go through different departments, is when you realize, oh, will it work? Will during crisis situations will they pull it off? That's the
Yeah, yeah.
conversation that you should be really having with these teams.
I'm concerned about the fact that this team might become like last year's SRH team. You have so many players, you have so many combinations you can try that by the time you figure out no what combination is best fit, the season's only over. And you finish what mid-table again. So I wouldn't want that. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want that to happen to Mumbai because I wouldn't want them to come to the playoffs. But as a neutral perspective or as a Mumbai fan, I personally would want that. I would say do as much as combinations as before as you can with practice matches and whatnot. Figure out one lineup and then drop it to the team, drop it to the tournament. Make it only a couple of matches fiddling around the team. I know it sounds easier to say than done, but that's the only thing they could try doing.
I mean, SRH, the problem is a different problem altogether. We will talk about that in the next episode itself. So that we'll discuss later on. I mean, I think we spoke enough about this Mumbai squad. Let's go on to the last year's finalist, that is Punjab Kings, and look at their squad. I mean, when you look at Punjab squad, I think they've definitely lost a key player in Josh English. If you remember, he came to the later half of the IPL, and the performances that he put in for that team was really made a difference, because that number three spot, he he kind of owned it. I mean, number three was Shreyas. No, later on, Josh Inglis only, I think he walked in at
Yeah,
number
yeah.
three. Shreyas came at number four, and he did play really well. That that is for sure. But again, this squad hasn't changed much, I would say, and the changes in the bottom squad are probably just replacements, because the 11 that I would go with is Priyan Charya, Prabhsimran Singh has clicked for them last season, and they'll definitely trust them as well. At number three, you have the likes of the captain himself, Shreyas Iyer, who has been honestly, to be honest, it's a different story that I feel it's unfair that he's not there in the T20 World Cup side, but that's again a different story. Let's not get there. He's been a wonderful player. He's been a wonderful captain in the IPL. We saw him take KKR with the trophy, and now he's come to Punjab and taken them to the final, the first final that they've been to since 2014. That's being the only time. So that's a great achievement. And then after that comes Nihal Vadera. Yes, he hasn't been great, but those cameos, those 30 run, 25 run, 30 run cameos are what is it's more than enough in a game like a T20 when you do it at a fast the rate, and Nehal Vadera does it in quite a fast rate as well, and it works out for them. Then after that comes the likes of Stoinis and Omar Zai. Stoinis experience with the IPL, he's been there, he's been with multiple teams, he knows how the IPL works, he's familiar with the Indian pitches. So he is a key member. Yes, he wasn't. I didn't see him as a really a key component in the last IPL. Him being really impactful for them to go to the final last time around. But yes, he can come in crunch situations is what I feel. And then again, you have the likes of Shashank Singh and Marco Jansen. Shashank Singh is again, it's a very funny story to see. If I mean, he was an accidental pick. How much ever it was tried to cover up, in the end, we all saw the auction live and we know what happened. So from the outside, at least, it looks like an accidental pick, and he's gone on to be the key player for Punjab, if I can put it that way. In the past 2-3 seasons that he's been in this Punjab side, he's been quite impactful. He's
And
been
yeah, he's been pretty involved with the
quite
team
a
as
key
well.
player.
He's been pretty involved with the team as well, as you can might have seen as well. Sorry to cut you off. I remember before the season started last time as well. It's a podcast. He did mention he had the confidence in his team, saying yes, we are going to finish in the top two. He's saying he even said not even top two. He said we're going to finish on the top of the table, and that's exactly what the team did. And he as well, he really tried to get them over the line last time. It just could not happen. They lost by a slim margin against Bengaluru in the finals. But yeah, I think overall this team looks decent only. Shreyas Iyer, I think what you mentioned as well right now, he did take KKR to the finals and he made them win the cup. He's the only captain to take three different IPL teams to the finals. And personally, I don't know, unpopular opinion or something else, but I honestly find his campaign with Delhi and Punjab last time, like captaincy wise, taking them to the final was more impressive than KKR winning the cup. I don't know if you'll agree with me on that fact.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there because I mean KKR you had all the star
You
names,
had all the
but
star names, yeah.
in with the DC side and the Punjab side, it was filled with youngsters,
Youngsters,
and
exactly.
to bring that team together and take them through, push them through
Uh-huh.
that combination of Ricky Ponting and Shreyas Iyer just keeps cooking
Exactly,
something else.
exactly. So this team, I'll say it's good, but last time, like he has to put the team on his back. Last time, I think last time he put the team on his back like a premier batsman. He took it them like a very good as a captain. He really backed the team a lot. They had their bad matches, they definitely did, but like getting chased down 240. But they also had their good moments. They beat KKR while defending a score of 111 or something like that. So that was the lowest total defended in IPL ever. So these kind of matches did happen. So I think all of these matches, I think all these matches, these moments, I think the fact that they beat a Mumbai side in the qualifier too while chasing down 200 in such a big stadium when no other team has ever chased down 200 plus against Mumbai. Shreyas Iyer did that. He is a legendary captain. I think he is definitely one of the more I think he's top. He's some of the top. He's one of the top players in his generation, along the likes of Hardik Pandya, KL Rahul, Rishabh Pant. I think it's due time we give him that respect. I think this Punjab side has the chance to make it to the playoffs. I'll say just slightly they'll miss out. I think fifth place or sixth place is where I would keep them. Just the fact that I'm concerned about their bowling. Last time as well, I didn't see Chahal really do all that jazz. He was getting hit around the park. 18 CR is getting paid as well. But I can always, trust the likes of Arshdeep to get a breakthrough here and there. Uh, so let's see. I'll say let's see. Fifth place. Last time
I
as
mean,
well.
we didn't. Yeah, I mean the bowlers that I know we haven't mentioned it now. The four bowlers that we thought of was Arshdeep Singh, Yuzvendra Chahal, Lockie Ferguson, and Harpreet Barar. I tend to disagree with you here because I do think they'll make it to the playoffs again because they retain the core of the team. They know how the team works and they know what they really need to do. The role clarity is there. There's not much that has changed, so the roles kind of remain similar. And Arshdeep has been phenomenal T20 bowler. Yes, Chahal was not at his best last time around, but he can always be trusted. We've seen him with RCB, we've seen him with RR. I mean, Punjab, yes, last season was not that great, but we know he can pull up with performances. Harpreet Brar, those tight overs that he bowls is what really pulls through. So I do see them. I don't see them go all the way, but I do see them going to the playoffs at least.
So you're saying top two, or you're saying eliminator.
I am saying probably third or fourth finish.
Third, fourth, along with Mumbai then.
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason I'm saying the last time also it felt like they were playing out of their skin. Last time also I was feeling they're going to finish fifth or sixth along with Gujarat. But the fact that they did play out of their skin again to happen like that, it's always tough. You look at the likes of Gujarat 2022, they played out of their skin, they won the cup. Next season also they tried doing the same and they reached as much as they could till the finals and they just slipped
Yes.
up in the last couple of balls. But again and again, that's why I'm always concerned about this Punjab side. And we have seen how, after a legendary 2014 season, winning 11 matches and only losing three in the league stage, they did slip up 2015. I think they finished last place. So that kind of stuff will
Yeah, yeah,
happen.
yeah.
I'm not saying they will finish last place. There have been other worse situations with other teams after winning the championship, finishing last place. I'm not saying that bad. So fifth place and sixth place, I think, is respectable. It's respect to the team, the performance last time, and Shreyas Iyer and Ricky Ponting's chemistry as well. That's all I'm trying to say.
For me, it's either Punjab or DC that'll take that spot in the playoff. It won't be both of them, but I do think it'll be a contest.
You don't think Delhi's making the playoffs? Guaranteed.
No, I'm saying. Yeah, it's either Delhi or Punjab. Taken the history, I'm taking history also. This happened quite a number of times that these two teams have slipped up in the past, even after having good teams. That's the only thing that I'm keeping in mind when I'm making this prediction.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah,
I understand that. That's why I'm thinking that this Delhi side, like I mentioned last video, I think our 2019 onwards, the first couple of years when they were Delhi Capitals, they were really a force to reckon with. Third place in 2019, then they finished in the finals 2020, and then they topped the table in 2021. So I'm giving that sheer respect to them because I think they can really turn back the clock. So I'm saying they'll make it to the playoffs along the and Punjab will just miss out. But either way, we have one more part left. I think that's all for today. We had another part left with the remaining three teams: RR, RCB, and Hyderabad. So let's see when we review those squads yet. Have looked at the squads here and there, but again, once we look really into the squads, we get a more clear picture. So for now, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll try putting that other video out, the next video out by tomorrow or day after, maybe the new year, because we are also busy. So let's see. Thank you guys for watching, and K-Star, take it away.
yeah, I mean, like I always mention, to be honest, before end it off, I would say I think the next episode is what I'm really looking for in this auction because RCB being my it's like that the team is I yes, it's an understatement if I say I support the club, and it's the same goes for Srihan over here when it comes to SRH. And to see our favorite teams review our squads, especially for me after winning the title in 18 years, to see what they've done in the auction is what I'm really looking forward for. So next episode will definitely be a fun episode according to me at least. And yeah, as long as cricket is there, we are there. And like always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. See you in the next video.
Bye.